everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of... Oh my god! It should be called the Binding of Blue Baby, the Blue Babying of Isaac. You know what, how could it get worse, right? On the 2 episodes ago, I accidentally killed myself on a one run by walking into a blood bank. Last run, didn't accidentally kill myself, but due to an unknown mechanic in the game, accidentally ruined my ability. This tinted rock is extremely important to us, obviously. That is amazing. Ruined my ability to get to the cathedral and thus the chest by walking out of the room after triggering the event that takes you up there. You know, in hindsight, which as you know is 2020, it's easy enough to figure out that that would have happened, but having never encountered it before, I actually thought that I was going to be 100% in the clear and totally fine. Turns out, that's not how it happened. Well, you know, we did get Mr. Boom here, which is a little bit better than the poop, I think, because we get 1 bomb every 2 rooms. That's pretty nice. But, yeah, basically, either we're gonna beat Mom on this run, or sorry, not beat Mom, that's not even that exciting anymore. Either we're gonna beat Blue Baby on this run, beat ourselves up, or we're gonna, you know, lose and never play the Binding of Isaac again until tomorrow, in all likelihood. In any case, let's have some fun with it. I always like when we go down these weird paths in Isaac, because it adds a little bit of variety to the game. It's oh ho hum, another Mom's Knife and Polyphemus run where Northernlion beats the game. That is a sentence that has probably never been uttered, although I have had some good streaks where I've done fairly well at the game. I also like this where I, you know, just independently bung it up a couple of times. Alright, GUPPYS Hairball is like a pretty bad item, I think, all things considered. Someone out there commented the other day, and they're like, GUPPYS Hairball always gives me motion sickness when I look at it. And I'm like, as someone who gets really bad motion sickness, I feel for you, dude. I don't necessarily hold the same malady as you do. This is one of the few things I don't get motion sickness from. You know, cars, airplanes, trains, Portal, any game that's, you know, a first-person shooter that moves very quickly and doesn't have view bobbing. Yes, I will absolutely get motion sickness. But for whatever reason, GUPPYS Hairball, totally A-okay by me. I feel for you, but I'm going to pick up the item regardless because I think you are in the minority, and it's an item that could make a small impact in my success. So what are we leaving the first floor with? A range upgrade, GUPPYS Hairball, and Mr. Boom. Those are all, you know, minor upgrades, borderline side grades, or lateral moves. But, sure, that's fine. We've at least got some compensation. And I didn't lose any HP. I actually gained a little bit of HP on the last floor. Yeah, I would say that using Mr. Boom in order to pick up this key is probably a pretty smart decision. With Mr. Boom, many uses when we have very few bombs. We can use him to look for secret rooms. We can use it to unlock tinted rocks and have something like that happen. This curse room is extremely tempting. I'm actually going to go through with it, even though it's going to cost us the Spirit Heart. We just never mind. Actually, we're going to be fine. I do want to... I think we should definitely open up the golden chest. We'll use our existing bomb to make this happen. And we found the second secret room while doing it, and a lot of bombs, and a ton of money. So the red hearts are worthless, but still, that's really good. I guess we should wait and get a charge up for Mr. Boom, so I'm not wasting too many of my existing bombs. But we used 1 bomb and no keys, and we got a lot of compensation for that. Now we can go to the shop, because we picked up that dime as well. That's extremely good for us. Very, very extremely good. Mr. Boom will charge up in a couple of rooms. We found our second secret room, so we don't have to have that in the back of our mind. Not that it necessarily plays a major role in my strategy to begin with. But at least now we know, and we can maybe use Mr. Boom to look for the regular secret room or to open this red chest over here. But first things first, we are going to check out our item room, which contains my best friend, which I guess I'll pick up and then put back down. It's a bad item, and it's a bad item because it often leads to me accidentally killing myself. Well, it actually doesn't often lead to that, and the reason it doesn't often lead to that is because I never pick it up. But anyway, let's see what this red chest has to offer. I hope we get more golden chests. Obviously, if I have a golden key, I might as well. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden sun up in the sky. Well, we didn't waste anything but a Mr. Boom charge in order to open that red chest, so I don't feel too bad about it. We are half a Spirit Heart up. No, we're 1 full Spirit Heart up on where we were when we came into this floor, but apart from that, no major upgrades. And this is going to be the end of this floor. The shop is really the crux of how the rest of this run's going to go. Thank God we got one of those Super Meat Boys there. Not how the rest of this run is going to go, but how this floor ends up being ridden. And you know what? This is actually pretty good. Getting a Nun's Habit is fantastic. We'll probably have one opportunity to look for the secret room because I'm going to go fight the boss right now. And if we get more money, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to buy a Spirit Heart. One of the few times in, Isaac, I would recommend buying Spirit Hearts early in the game is if you're playing as Blue Baby and, your survival is something that might come into question if you don't buy the Spirit Heart. So, this is one of my least favorite variants on this fight. Normally, the Widow is maybe one of the easiest, if not the easiest fight that we could actually encounter here. But I've got to really be on my toes to make sure I don't take damage, largely because the spiders are so freaking annoying. Yes, okay, so we still have like one half difficult room available here. Not available, but, that we have to conquer here. And then we'll see if we get a deal with the devil, and we'll see what our item is. I'm proud of myself for my performance there. The crate is actually a really good pickup as well. Does Safety Cap give us more pills or better pills or both? Because I don't really necessarily want to take that pill just yet. This will give us enough money to buy one Spirit Heart, and we got more money back as well. And our pill is, I guess we'll use it in here just in case it's Krampus, and it's bad gas, but it's not bad gas, it was a health upgrade. That's fine. So this is actually really good. Our range upgrade that we got in the last floor is not as useless now that we also have the opportunity to, what was I gonna say, pick up the lump of coal. I used Mr. Boom there because I picked up so many bombs. I picked up 3 bombs over the course of that last fight between the crate and Justice that I was actually able to, or I will be able to go to the secret room as well, assuming I know where the secret room is, and that's still kind of up in the air, but it seems like there's only one realistic location for it. So Nun's Habit is not necessarily fantastic in conjunction with Mr. Boom, but we're building a pretty okay life for ourselves as Blue Baby here. Out of, the song, Making Love Out of Nothing at All? We're making fun out of nothing at all right now. So, with 8 cents and yet another bomb, I feel pretty okay about that. We do want to buy the Spirit Heart. I don't need to buy the key. I'm a little tempted. I don't have the money for it right now anyway, but I'm a little tempted to buy the key just so I can make sure that I can go to everything on the next floor. But for now, why don't we use one legitimate bomb here and see if we can get some more money. Or a better item or something like that. Hey, it's a fortune teller. You know what? With 3 cents remaining, a fortune teller seems like a pretty good play. Mom's Pearl supposedly does actually work, so I guess I'll take that with me. We got a key out of that as well, so I feel a little bit better. We don't have enough to buy the key, but anyway. Sure, Safety Cab is good, especially when we know that there's a health upgrade, but I believe that Mom's Pearl, I was talking to Elucidator about it, talking with Elucidator while I was streaming about it. Elucidator's a known figure in the Binding of Isaac community, especially the mechanic stuff and actually like looking at the engine and stuff like that. I believe Mom's Pearl actually works, so I'd been like spouting misinformation that Mom's Pearl doesn't actually work and is kind of like Rusted Key in that it's all lip service. I took 1 whole Spirit Heart of damage on that room. You should know that I'm not pleased about that, but sure, what's done is done. So yeah, if Mom's Pearl actually gives us more Spirit Hearts, of course that's an incredible trinket for us. Even if it's only a few Spirit Hearts, that could double our health over the next few floors. That's pretty remarkable. So we're just kind of, moving on, basically. I'm coming to the point, usually I'm pretty tempted to just use Mr. Boom for all of my bomb usage here. The reason for that being that you never know if maybe on this floor I'll pick up a better spacebar item and end up getting rid of Mr. Boom, which would actually be very nice. But also, Mr. Boom does have a little bit more offensive punch than... Oh, I used a regular bomb like an idiot. But hey, we got one back, so no big deal. Mr. Boom has a little bit more of an offensive punch than your standard bomb, thereby making it a little bit more of a viable choice for fighting bosses and, hard single-target foes as well. So actually, I'm going to drop a Mr. Boom up here to look for the secret room. Okay. I figured, if I'm going to use it, I might as well use it as much as possible because it charges once every 2 rooms and we have Nun's Habit. But I might as well use it and try to look for the secret room at the same time, Double your money, double your fun, double everything with double mint gum. That was a slogan that got them in a lot of trouble when, the housing crisis happened. Okay, so we got plenty of keys, plenty of Mr. Booms, and a very important room for us here because this is our library, and almost every book that you can think of is going to be better in conjunction with the Nun's Habit than Mr. Boom is. But I think what I will do, if I can avoid taking a little bit more damage here, what I will do is fight the boss first so I can just use Mr. Boom against the boss. That is actually a pretty good fit because that's going to do a ton of damage. Well, a decent amount of damage. But of course, the general rule of fighting Chad on a Blue Baby run has come true again. It's so true and so, quintessentially Blue Baby that I don't even worry about lampshading it anymore. I think everybody knows. Oh, he's playing Blue Baby? That means at some point he's going to fight little Chad and be mad about it. And that's true, man. I don't know, it's probably just observer bias, but I really do sincerely feel like little Chad shows up exclusively when you don't want him. And that's a weird thing to kind of say because you oftentimes just don't want Chad in general. But, you know, whatever. What's done is done, right? We have to pick him up. We don't have any rerolls, so we'll just come in here and we get Book of Belial. Is Book of Belial better than Mr. Boom? Yes, it is. They both have value. Mr. Boom with the Nun's Habit is actually alright, but, you know, we've got enough bombs to survive on that for a while, so that's okay. And Book of Belial is going to be way better, way more versatile, and will allow us to do substantially more damage, especially the later we get into the game. I think the more pronounced the difference between these items is going to be. I would really love, by the way, some way to make it so that I don't take damage to these fucking flies anymore, because that has just been a non-stop fucking nightmare. I think almost all of the damage that I've taken so far has been to flies. So we'll continue moving onwards here. Should be easy kills. Lump of Coal does give us a little bit more damage. Guppy's Hairball is getting plumped there. I always forget how Guppy's Hairball actually works. Like, it does more damage the more people that it's hit, I think. The shop is looking... I'm gonna use this. The shop is looking not necessarily super likely, but it would be nice to be able to make it happen. If a little bit unlikely. Unlikely right now because of our money situation, of course. We got another bomb. That's good news. Alright, again, a very important corridor for us on this room right here. Don't get hit by the silkworm. Take them out from Return of Jafar if you can. There we go. And we'll see what's in our mob trap room as well. It's just going to be a regular chest, so this is going to be the end of the floor for us. Oh, technology 1. Okay. This is interesting. I believe this doesn't convey a damage downgrade, but it may. We got another key, so I think that's alright. But does it scale with Lump of Coal? It probably actually makes Lump of Coal worse because the shots don't take any time to travel. And I believe that's how Lump of Coal, you know, kind of makeshift calculates the range equals extra damage type thing that it's got going on there. Maybe, maybe not, but I still think technology is a good pickup. Is technology 2 better? I actually do think so because you get the fire tears at the same time as well. But infinite range, I believe it goes over rocks, and it's just a lot of fun to use as well. And as we increase our rate of fire, we'll be able to fire more often with greater frequency. This item can be a lot of fun for us if we manage to find ourselves in the right kind of place to be able to use it. Plus, we haven't really gotten anything that makes me feel like we should not take technology. You know, most of the items that we've gotten so far have not really been affecting our tiers at all. In fact, they've, you know, to the detriment of our tiers and damage, affected basically everything else. In our secret room, we find the ability to fly for free. That is a crazy good upgrade. So, I don't really want to go to the shop, but I will, and the reason I will is because I want to fight Greed. Oh, I wish I hadn't, because now I see Blue Candle, and I'm like, ugh. Why would I waste my my key like that? I really thought that worst case scenario, there'd at least be a Spirit Heart in there. There's not. Oh well. We've already been to the secret room. Second secret room, I suppose, could have like a dime somewhere hidden in it in a tinted rock or something, but whatever. We're leaving Caves Part 1 and going to Catacombs 2. So, I should now be a little bit more able to not take damage against flies, but obviously flies being our biggest concern is actually kind of a luxurious position to come from. Extra key is great. Pretty soon, we're going to have much more difficult enemies to fight. In fact, I was mistaken, by the way, that technology actually goes over those rocks. We may or may not use the library. Sorry, not library. We may or may not use the arcade. I'm going to err on the side of us probably not using the arcade. Kill the white things before you kill the spiders. I should be using Book of Belial way more often, but I have not necessarily encountered a room where I've dubbed it prudent yet. We'll see. This is, like, obviously on this room, I may take damage, but that's due to me being an idiot, not due to the room being especially difficult. More money. The item room here contains the bean, which, again, is, like, fine, but not really what we need at all. Kind of want to fight Greed, and if we fight Greed, that'll give us a very good excuse to use Book of Belial, but as of right now, we're still, you know, we're putting in the work right now, and hopefully soon, oh, yes, I love fat technology beams. You know, we put in the work now, and hopefully we'll be able to have fun later, basically. That's going to give us enough money to go to the shop on the next floor, albeit barely. With 8 bombs, we should probably look for the secret room. That's my prerogative, at least. And we only have the boss room available on this floor left. So, you know, fairly typical for recent runs, at least. We haven't really had that much good luck with item rooms or shops, but hopefully that's something that changes in the very near future. I don't like being sandwiched in by these guys. It puts me in a very weird position, but luckily I did manage to kill one if I hadn't. Oh, I can totally fly. Okay, stop being such an idiot, me. this would be an ideal room to have Book of Belial available for, but unfortunately I used it to fight that mini-boss we had earlier. But I think that was a good decision as well. If only I'd gone to these rooms in a slightly different order, I could have used it on both. It's okay, though. So, we definitely want to go to the boss trap room. Hopefully it's more than an HP upgrade, even if it's just an HP upgrade plus something. Actually, Squeezy is even better. And now we have a good use for our Book of Belial as well. So we're going to fight a couple of bosses here. But to get Squeezy, it's great. We fire more quickly. This is like proof that Squeezy's a Tears upgrade and not a shot speed upgrade, as many people actually have confirmed for me in the past. But this is a nice way to visualize it. Take technology. Are we firing faster? Yes, that means it's a Tears upgrade rather, or, you know, a Tears frequency upgrade rather than a shot speed upgrade. That's good news. We are going to sacrifice one of these Spirit Hearts checking out this cursed room because... Oh, actually, we're going to sacrifice half a Spirit Heart because we have the ability to fly. And that gives us more of a Book of Belial charge as well. Obviously, we didn't get anything of value out of that, but, you know, we tried at least. And firing more quickly is basically a damage upgrade when you're talking about technology. Our beam does, you know, the same amount of damage, but we fire it more frequently, so within the same time period, we do more damage. Book of Belial is charged for our famine fight. So again, this is not a game-winning item, but we may get a deal with the devil or angel, and it's certainly a very easy fight to deal with here. This floor has turned out a-okay, I would say, overall. So the deal with the devil is very interesting. We actually do get Spirit of the Night and Lucky Foot. I thought that was Whore of Babylon for a second, and I was really excited because Whore of Babylon is a great blue baby item. But it doesn't really do too much for us with Spirit of the Night. It would give us Spectral Tears, which I'm not even sure, even though they should work with technology, I don't think they do work with technology. Many locations for the secret room possible here. I knew it wasn't next to the curse room because we already walked into the curse room and saw that it was not there. So that's me, for once, using my noggin a little bit. It's not there either, so it should be right down here. And hopefully money. A little bit of money. It was not worth the 3 bombs, but maybe if we get another nickel or something out of one of those fires, which we didn't. Okay, so we leave. And we're not leaving empty-handed, we're not leaving with staggering wealth, but we did fight greed, we knocked an item out of the rotation, and we picked up Squeezy. Squeezy was a good pickup for us there. And the Cube of Meat is going to add some defense, but certainly if we're going to actually have, you know, designs on winning this run, hopefully we get some improvement. I really can't afford to stay in this corner too long. Hopefully we get some improvement in the quality of items that we're getting. I don't need too much more, but with Nun's Habit, obviously some way to replenish my Spirit Hearts would be amazing, although I do love having the Book of Belial. It's more of a, you know, necessity type thing, though. I may have to go with some Spirit Hearts. I've passed up a deal with the devil. I think, you know, theoretically we could get a deal with the angel as a result of that. And, again, you know, just getting, like, a skinny odd mushroom might even be great as well. Obviously getting... I would love to have a run where I get just, like, a fat technology beam that destroys everything. Like a brimstone that you can fire multiple times per second, but, that's pretty unlikely. And, to be honest with you, we don't even need that much to pull out a win. But we do need something more than we have right now. And that's what I'm worried about. So far, so good. We'll check out our shop. Shop contains the map. We can't reroll, so we might as well pick it up. And this will allow us to find the secret room on this floor, which is actually right next to us. There's a lot of possible locations for it here, so that has done me a good favor. Hopefully we don't fight Super Greed in the next shop. With 5 cents, I still think the Fortune Teller is pretty good. We get a Chariot card, which will be really good if we come across an arcade, maybe. Because we can actually play the arcade, or we can play the Blood Bank without losing Spirit Hearts, which is extremely prudent if you were playing as Blue Baby. Come on, just give me like 1 Spirit Heart for my troubles. Alright, we paid 5 cents for a tarot card. That's market price, man. I don't feel too bad about that. Well, we paid 5 cents and 1 bomb. That's a little bit above market price. I don't feel as good for that about that now. I wish I hadn't known. Wow, so I came to this area because I was like, there's so many, you know, possibilities. There's so many dead ends up here. There's got to be, you know, 1 item room or something. A library or something along those lines. No such luck, though. Hey, Judgment. It's interesting. I guess we fuck the Chariot card and we take Judgment with us. Why do we take Judgment with us? Because if we play him on a deal with the Devil room, then we get a free deal with the Devil item. Same probably applies to deal with the Angel. And yes, you know, the Chariot card has some value, but I definitely think the Judgment card has the potential to be a game changer, whereas the Chariot card, less so. But that's alright. They both have their purposes. I was psyched to get the Chariot card. Not psyched what I paid for it, but I was psyched to have it. And hopefully, we'll be able to make good use of this Judgment card as well. Obviously, I'm not going to use it right now because we have no money. Well, we have very little bit of money. But the other thing I was thinking is if it's a Demon Judgment, it'll be a damn shame because we won't be able to play it unless we had the Chariot card with us, which Unfortunately, obviously, we will probably not, because I have to wait until I go into the Deal with the Devil room to use it in the first place to get maximum benefit out of it. So it's possible that, yes, the Chariot card is the proper play, but whatever. I think it's a minute possibility, and there's not much I can do about that. Let's see what we've got in our mob trap room. It's a golden chest, so I will open that, but first we're just going to use our Book of Belial here on War. So, this should be an easy fight, especially since we can fly. War is kind of annoying, but he'll give me a second level cube of meat, which is really nice. I should not stand so close to him. Reason being that I could quite easily get hit by his shots. If I stand far apart, it's actually much more likely that I'll be totally fine. And we're going to be fast enough to get out of the way, but even if we're not, we can just fly over rocks and wait for him to get frustrated. Or wait for him to get trapped inside of the rocks themselves and, you know, have a fit in there. Okay, you should be dead soon. You should be dead, like now. Thank you. No Deal with the Devil, which is actually comforting, so we can get a Deal with the Devil maybe on the Womb Part 1, and then I can use that Judgment card there. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so much money and so many keys. So that money, again, may be useful on a shop. If we find a compass, I'm not going to save money for Judgment because the compass is super crazy valuable by itself. We also picked up some keys and bombs from that, but the money was the main thing. If we end up fighting greed in the next shop, then by all means, that's not even the worst thing in the world, because now we have money that we can use to spend on this Judgment, assuming it's not a demon Judgment. If it is a demon Judgment, I'm not going to be a super happy man. So we're just looking for our item room, and you know, we're still not powerhouse. I've gotten pretty lucky that I've gotten a lot of Spirit Hearts in return for the amount of damage that I've taken, which is above where I would want to be with the amount of damage that I've taken. I mean, obviously you want to be at 0 at all times, but that's not feasible, but the amount of damage I've taken so far has been in excess of where I would expect to be on a normal run. Let's put it that way. Why can't you guys, like, stay in the same lane here? Okay. We get a PhD, and PhD is actually pretty good. I'm glad I didn't pick up Lucky Foot, at least in that Deal with the Devil. And I would say we are ready to leave this floor. And what did we get? We got PhD, we got a Judgment card, which could potentially become an amazing item. And we got the map. And some consumables. And a second level Meat Boy. This is actually one of the better floors that we've had so far. But our inadequate damage, I think, is going to come to a head pretty soon. So we are fighting greed. This gives me a very convenient opportunity to use my Book of Belial. I really don't want to stand near greed, but if I just... he won't let me get away, that's the thing. This is very good fighting on his part right there. And I was going to say, let me guess he'll drop the Steam sale, but he didn't. To his credit, he dropped a decent amount of money, which I should be able to use to play this Judgment at some point, unless somebody up there hates me. We'll get Book of Belial back after this room. Obviously, if it's the mom fight, we don't really want to go for it yet. Even if we did want to go for it, we shouldn't. Another red heart. Seen lots of those so far. Ah, this is good. Okay. So, again, this is an interesting situation. That blood bank is basically worthless for me because I'm Blue Baby. Lard is fine. It's a few Spirit Hearts, and it's going to slow us down. But because we can fly, I don't feel too bad about taking it. I am a little tempted to play the blood bank now, because I could possibly get an HP plus speed upgrade, and maybe, even if I just get a speed upgrade out of it, I guess it's worth it. Because I'll probably spend some HP making it happen. But I guess, you know, if we're just going to try to get a wash, why would I even pick up Lard in the first place, right? We will check out our secret room. This is an important one. It's the Unicorn Horn. I know what people are going to say. People are going to say you should take the Unicorn Horn and go play the Blood Bank. You have not a terrible point. I agree with you, but I'm also a little lazy. And it would, in my defense, it would cost me one more bomb to make that happen. But we would earn probably a proportional amount of money by doing that. So you're right, but I'm still not going to do it, you know. And don't call me a hypocrite for that, because I know that everybody knows how to live a good life, but not everybody lives a good life. Everyone knows the secret to, at least via hard work, the secret to, you know, losing weight and being healthy. How many of you out there actually do it? Probably a small percentage, but you don't go around saying like, oh, this guy doesn't live his life according to the principles that he knows. You just say that guy can be, you know, everyone's a little bit lazy in their own way, if you know what I mean. That either you're professionally lazy or, you know, personally lazy. Lazy from a physical health standpoint. Everyone's got something that they love being lazy, and there's value in being lazy, man. Lazy is sometimes, we'll definitely go through this room. It's worth it. Lazy is sometimes correctly, but oftentimes attributed as kind of a negative personality trait, and there's no question that laziness can come at the detriment of your life, but at the same time, you know, the opposite side of the spectrum is not very good as well. You gotta save time to enjoy the finer things in life. You can afford to be lazy as long as you work hard at some things. That's my philosophical tidbit of the day. You know, there are elements of my life that I'm very lazy at, but when it comes to recording video games for the internet, okay, when you put it like that, it's an easy thing to be busy at. But when it comes to that, I put in a lot of hard work between the stream and the recording. A lot of hours, anyway. And, you know, my life manages to find a decent degree of balance, and it works fine. But I hate to see people, you know, getting pooped on for being lazy, when I think laziness is a virtue oftentimes. Knowing when to just settle down, relax, and say, you know what, let's just have a drink together and talk shop. That's an important skill in life that is appreciated by many people. So we are fighting Mom. I had a horrible moment for a second where I was like, did I miss out on like some extremely important room? Because it seems like this floor has gone by really quickly. And it has gone by really quickly, but I did go to every dead end that was of importance. I'm still holding on to this time release deal with the devil item in the form of this judgment card. Deal with the angel item would be fine too. I would just like it to happen soon. It can't happen on this floor, obviously, because just by virtue of fighting Mom, it means we can't get a deal with the devil. But this fight's going extremely well nonetheless. We gained a lot of spirit hearts on this floor, so I can't feel too bad about the way things are going. Just want to make sure that as we get close to the end of this fight, I'm staying far away from the center, hanging out around the windows and doors. There we go. That went pretty well. We got one spirit heart for our troubles, but more importantly, the Polaroid. Did Mom's Pearl work out for us? It seemed to. That's all I can really say about that. Thankfully, we are on Utero 1 and not Utero XL. The smart money for this boss room has got to be that it is in the like very left side of the map, and there's basically no way for us to cheat and get to that side of the map faster than just walking. But I would like to, if possible. So there's a fetus item. You know, it's really good, but we're gonna pass it up for now. And I'm just gonna see if maybe we get lucky. Oh, we sort of got lucky. It's a library, but I was really hoping that would be our boss room. We would just bomb our way into that. Oh well, right? No big crisis yet. One of these days, maybe I'll take fetus items again. When Rebirth comes out, I'll take fetus items again because, as you've seen from the images that have been posted, they have like really cool item synergies that they currently do not have in the game. So I'm totally looking forward to those. But as of right now, it's just too much of like an instant win, and like not a fun instant win, because I love seeing the damage that you do with like a mom's knife or something like that. But with the fetus items, it's just like, you know, throw a bomb, you're done. Throw a bomb, you're done. And I don't even know whether it's Epic Fetus or Fetus in a Jar. Fetus in a Jar is a little bit more balanced, but Epic Fetus is just a little bit too strong. I think, at least. So, we fought our way roughly back to the room where we started. I'm tempted to use a Book of Belial charge, but it's not necessary right now. A couple more hits on these guys and they'll be dead. They barely even fired here, much to my surprise, and much to my pleasant surprise as well. So, yes, there's no way for us to cheat and get to the boss room quickly except to use Book of Belial. The good news is, at least we can see and know how many rooms are away, or how many rooms away we are. There's just no need to use Book of Belial on this room because this boss is going to melt due to the stuff that we've got going on. 2 of Spades will give us 14 keys. Golden chests are now a guaranteed go. You know what? We're not going to use Book of Belial on this room either because this is also a very easy room for us to deal with. Even though I did take damage at the start, that was kind of just due to where I spawned and not reacting quickly enough. Oh well. This is a Book of Belial worthy room, and now I am glad that I saved my Book of Belial charge because these enemies are going to be real damn annoying. There we go. It's already a little bit harrowing, even with Book of Belial, so to not have Book of Belial in this room, I almost certainly would have taken at least some damage. We gotta see what this pill is. It doesn't really matter, we'll just take it. We have PhD, so we know it's gotta be good. Tears Up is probably one of the best things that we can get right now. Is a Tears Up more valuable than 1 Spirit Heart when you're Blue Baby? Probably. The other thing I was thinking, you know, if it's an HP upgrade. But it could have been Balls of Steel, and Balls of Steel probably would have been better for us. That was a terrible golden chest, but at least we didn't waste a bomb to find it. That just, we found it naturally. And we'll use another key here because I don't know when to quit. See what we've got going on in here. Yeah, I mean, okay, here's the thing. Skeleton Key is probably not that warranted for us right now, and we're gonna have to fight some fairly difficult rooms to make this happen. Actually, you know what? Fighting Chubb with technology or Brimstone or anything that gives you, like, piercing shots is really, really easy, but Skeleton Key, it's just good enough at this point in the game for me to still want to sacrifice to be able to, like, sacrifice by wasting my time and maybe some health here to pick it up. 99 keys is better than 13 keys. Is it better than 13 keys by much? No, not at all. It's pretty unlikely, especially without Guppy's tail. that we'll end up needing 14 keys or more on this run. But it's a relatively small price to pay just for that peace of mind, so I'm alright with it. If these guys would just get in, like, line with one another, that'd be great. Because as of right now, it's being very problematic, but the fight's almost over. There we go. We got another key for our troubles as well. Amazing. So we have 99 keys. That's really good news. If we could find more golden chests, that would be amazing. Not using Book of Belial on this room means that we won't use Book of Belial on the next room either, because we have to save it for our boss. That is fine. And I'm really hoping we have an easy boss. And you know what? This room's pretty easy too, all things considered. Managed not to trigger a chain reaction. For once, that's a good thing. And Balls of Steel. Tears Up. Another Tears Up pill is good. That means one of those pills would have been bad if I didn't have PhD. So we got double O keys here. We're going to be firing very quickly. And you know what? Tears Upgrades plus Book of Belial is a combination that synergizes very, very well in my books. Did take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. As you can see, tore him up, got our Spirit Heart back, so that fight was basically a wash. But the more Tears upgrades we get, the better our life's going to be. So I should use this Judgment. We might as well use... Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it, man. Alright, well, we're still gonna... I'm gonna be a little bit ballsy with this Judgment. I know we're giving him probably more than he deserves. He gave us the Polaroid, you cheeky son of a bitch. We're doing it again. We're going deep on this one because he can give us something amazing. Seriously, you motherfucker. You're paying out. I'm not leaving here until you pay out. I gotta do one more at least. There we go. Tarot card. Thank you. Ah, okay. And Kamikaze. Fuck. Okay, so I just threw away like 4 Spirit Hearts for the privilege of getting Kamikaze. I'm an idiot, but also that was fun, and it makes things exciting as we continue onwards. Plus, what if we'd gotten, like, the Pact or something like that? It all would have been worthwhile, right? Or if it had just been... What if it had been a standard Judgment? Then my life would have been, easy peasy, but instead I ended up trading 4 Spirit Hearts for an item I'm not even going to use. So I don't feel good about myself. I hope you know that. But I still... If you gave me that decision 100 times, I would make the same decision probably like 94 times. You can definitely simplify that fraction, but... I did disregard that. Let's use the tower card here. Okay. I managed to not get hit and killed all the enemies. Sadly, this is not the right way to go. And because we have Diglets going on here, I am going to use Book of Belial. And, you know, obviously, as a result... That sucks. As a result of my actions, it's more unlikely that I will end up beating the game. And if that ends up being the case, then I'm sorry. Because I hate when I'm the reason that I lose. Like, the explicit reason that I lose. But we can still get more Spirit Hearts. We can still swing something amazing here, hopefully. Maybe not, maybe not. I know Kamikaze as Blue Baby has its perks. I just don't like using it. It's not even like, if you use Kamikaze as Blue Baby and just explode multiple times, but you didn't do the wall glitch to start with, that's totally fine, I think. Like, you're not breaking any rules. Not that I would say, like, don't do it to begin with, but... if you're doing the wall glitch, though, that's the reason I don't like Kamikaze, because I think that's kind of cheesy. Everyone's telling me to do the wall glitch while simultaneously telling me not to brim snap. It's a weird, you know, conflict. It seems inconsistent, shall we say. That guy's trapped himself with his own bomb. That's not going to be good for his business. It's going to be very good for my business. Business is Mr. Booming. Oh, that was the fakest laugh I've ever had to muster on cue. Now I'm hungry for mustard. Now, this is a room that is devoid of value for us in all likelihood. Barely got away without taking damage there. It's okay, though. We've reached the dead end, and for 2 bombs, we can cheat a little bit and sneak away. Might find the boss room more quickly. We might as well use one more bomb, because we'll get something from this slot machine, even if it's only money. Yeah, we got a bomb out of it, so that was a wash, basically. Ah, this is where we want to be. Okay. So we will have a boss trap room, which is actually easier than mob trap rooms at this point in the game. Because we fight 2 instead of 1. Although I think we fight more difficult bosses in a boss trap room, but whatever. Again, if we use Book of Belial, that doesn't really matter. But I should say Book of Belial for Mom's Heart, although Mom's Heart is probably one of the easier bosses we're going to face. It's nice to have a little bit of a damage bonus against it. Alright, we got a pill. It's a health up. Okay, that's good. That's very good, in fact. And it's a range upgrade in here, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Instead, we'll just go fight Mom's Heart. It's a damn shame, because if that had been something that gave me Spirit Hearts, I would have been a much happier man. But oh well. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. That's what they say, isn't it? That's what some people say, surely. Got a little wary there for a second because I didn't want to accidentally pick up the tarot card. Technology is basically an ideal item for the Mom's Heart boss fight. The only thing that sucks is that second level Meat Boy is going to push some of the bombs out of the way. But enemies that spawn that are weak are just going to get steamrolled. I really thought I'd be able to get out of the way of that. And we're done, basically. Like, this fight's over. So, just trying not to take damage as it ends. And life's good. Deal with the Devil Room can't possibly have anything of value. Strength card is actually pretty important. Now that we know that the Judgment card was god-awful, we can, you know, feel good that we have another tarot card here at least. So, I hate spiders. Some of my least favorite enemies in the game. And I'm going to try to get Daddy Longlegs to destroy these rocks. There we go. That's going to make him much easier to fight. And I could get him to destroy some of the doors as well, but, you know, they're a big inspiration for Smash Mouth, so I don't necessarily want to wish any ill will on the doors. And we are going to be able to use a bomb to access the secret room. Good thing we have 99 keys. 98 just wasn't going to be enough to carry us. Again, you know, similarly, 48 cents. Thank God. 23 wasn't going to be enough to carry us. I don't think we had 23. I think we actually had more than that to begin with. I'm not using my strength card just because I know that there is a decent chance that the boss room could be up here. And if it is, I want to make sure that I have Book of Belial ready on the go so I don't have to put myself through any more difficult rooms to get there. Come on, man. Like, seriously? You should be deceased. We got another penny. Is this the boss room corridor? It's not. Which means we could Book of Belial on this room, but I think this is going to be one of the easier rooms that we're going to face over the course of this entire shebang. So, I think it's in our best interest to just play it cool, maybe kill one of these nubs. That made my life way easier. Okay, good. Now we're just fighting one widow, and that'll be over before we even know it. Flat penny is one of the most worthless trinkets for us at this point in the game. So if we don't find the corridor to the boss room is adjacent to that one room we've already been to that goes upwards there next to the secret room, doesn't really matter, but we'll be able to use Book of Belial basically right away. And you know what? This is an okay room to use Book of Belial on, I feel. There's also a tinted rock, never fear, I see it. Gotta get this guy, there we go, okay. So, I'm just gonna keep phasing in and around him. The only knockback we have is from the Meat Boy. I'm actually going to put a bomb there because we'll damage him and get the Tinted Rock, which was a golden chest. The golden chest contained a bomb and a key, so, you know, technically our net profit there was 1 cent and a half red heart that I can't even use. Curse Room is just not worth it for me right now because I am already pretty low on health and I don't really want to lose one whole spirit heart, making potentially nothing happen. Alright, well, if I could walk into the curse room now having already taken damage, or I guess walk out of the curse room now having already taken damage, that would have been fine. Sadly, you can't make that happen. Can you? Oh, I probably should have taken damage like 3 times there, but I took damage 0 times, which is definitely preferable. Extra bombs may come very much in handy. Alright, well, you know, War is, again, probably one of the easier boss fights we're going to encounter, but it never hurts to have more damage against enemies that are kind of a dicks. And there we go. So we've got no rocks to hide behind. That scares the shit out of me. We do have a strength card. We're definitely going to use that on the Isaac fight. Assuming we live that long, which actually is becoming more of a questionable thing. Daddy Longlegs. Oh, fuck. Okay, Daddy Longlegs should be a fine fight for us, but I've bunged it up. We only have 4.5 spirit hearts. I think this is where this run ends. And I would love to... Oh, that was very close. I would love to just have him knock open some doors, but to be honest with you, the boss room could be down or it could be to the right, so I don't know where I would have him break, and if I'd have to go fight him again anyway. We're already like 80% of the way through the fight. Might as well just knock him out of the equation right now, right? You can only hit him like twice every time the leg comes down, which is so fucking annoying. And he almost tagged us again. Alright, let's see if we got something going on in here. We have a mob trap room, and actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. I thought about killing them, but I think it's better to just get this shit sorted. And, you know, fighting Pink Widow's annoying. The nubs he creates are some of the more annoying nubs, but I should be able to get them in my sights anyway. Alright, so that's good. And if this next room just has like a golden chest, that's ideal. Well, you know what? This is still a pretty easy room. Alright, this is a big moment. I'm throwing all I have at this Isaac fight. Just making it this far on a Blue Baby run is already not necessarily impressive, but it's nice. But we're using Book of Belial and our strength card, and we'll have Polaroid invincibility. So this is the best our damage is going to get. If we beat Isaac, we still have to, you know, get to this level of damage and health, stay at this level of health, or get back to this level of health for the Blue Baby fight. So there's a lot of things working not necessarily super in my favor right now. That being said, so far so good. I guess with the way that we're firing, it's not really inspiring Isaac to do very many hits, which is nice, or very many shots, which is nice. We'll just drop our Our bombs in here, as is necessary. About halfway through the fight, only lost a quarter of my health, which is basically where I want to be. Well, I would prefer to have just not been hit at all. Meat Boy just dropped one for me there. Or blocked one for me there, I should say. And I don't know, does the second Book of Belial charge make a difference? Whether it does or it doesn't, I just used it. Okay, this is our next Polaroid invincibility. Can't really see because of the glitch, but that's okay. Oh, okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna live through the Isaac fight at least. At least we've made it to the chest once in today's recordings. If he'd only dropped a Spirit Heart. Man, I'm realizing now, if I had those, like, 4 Spirit Hearts that I gave to Demon Judgment, we would probably be in a really good spot. Chocolate Milk, no thank you. Holy Water is really bad. Polyphemus is amazing. Necronomicon's not good enough. If I take this, will it turn Little Chad into Brother Bobby? Oh my god. Our laser. Are you seeing this? It's beautiful! Okay, we may actually have a chance now. Polyphemus technology may have just saved my life. We got a Spirit Heart there. I knew that was going to happen because of the blue Birdie Juniors that we were fighting. The laser is so big that I can't even focus on the shots that are coming out of the enemies right now. Because I'm just like, look at the size of this fucking laser. This is incredible. Okay, blow up the bomb flags. Our hitbox on the laser is still not that impressive, but if we actually do hit enemies with it, it does a good amount of damage. And think about how good this will be in conjunction with Book of Belial, which I have combined with the Nun's Habit here. We still need to get to the boss fight. This is probably a room where I could use Book of Belial, knowing that the boss is fairly far away, but I'm not going to. So we're going to hang back. Use it as prudently as possible. That could be an important card, maybe? 2 of diamonds. Could mean nothing. Why did I put the bomb there? The bomb should go here. Oh my god. Okay. Bomb should go here. Thank god I actually got it that time. I was a little worried. You know, we will use Book of Belial here. And this should make Super Greed kind of a joke, as you can see. I could use a bomb to check out what's going on in that room down there. But I think it's actually better for me to put the time in here. And I think it's actually best to kill... Oh my god, Gluttony, you killed Sloth second, you dick. I needed you to keep him alive because you so rarely drop Spirit Hearts, but Sloth occasionally, and by occasionally I mean fairly frequently, drops extremely useful tarot cards. So there we go. Now the shoe's on the other foot. That time he dropped Bob's Rotten Head, which is pretty garbage. Do we win this run? I don't think we win this run. I probably should have just bombed my way into the boss room. I'm extremely tempted to use Book of Belial on this room, as one could probably guess. But it's a bad idea. Maybe it isn't, because it might keep me alive. So I can't get hit at all on the Isaac fight, or the Blue Baby fight. Is that what we're gonna... That's what we're gonna play at? I should have been killed there, probably. Can't get hit at all on the Blue Baby fight, even if I live through this room, which is very much questionable. Oh, I walked right into the shot. That was such a fun run regardless. I was hoping to get a chance to take out Blue Baby, but at least we made it to the chest. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys appreciated and enjoyed that episode. If you did, make sure to click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Isaac. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.